because it's 1 a.m. and I've been watching videos about cats for the past like 2-3 hours for some reason. I went to look up a thing on like one cat thing and next thing I know it's like 2 hours later and I've watched like Cats 101 on like 20 different breeds. I don't know why, just one of those things. But yeah, let's talk about another one is about cats is black cats. And I wish I had my little black kitty here with me to show you how freaking adorable he is. But I'll put a picture of him in the description so you can see just how precious he is. He's my baby. Anyways, I kind of always found the black cats being bad luck. Kind of a stupid stereotype because I know the friggin' superstition, but it's kind of really shitty too because black cats are far less likely to end up being adopted, and they end up, you know, dying in shelters like when they just don't get adopted because people are like so superstitious or whatever. Now my little bear is an all black. He does have a little bit of white on his chest, but he, other than that white and then like 2 of his toes, it's really cute, just like the individual toes, they're white. But other than that, he's an all black cat. And you don't always like notice the tuft of white right away, especially if he's not looking at you. But he has brought nothing but good things to my life, and he's such a little adorable snuggle bum, and he's like a dog. Like, he gets excited when I get up in the morning, and he gets excited when I get home, and he's always coming for snuggles, and he's really good with time, and so he'll like, oh, is this the time that she always gets up at? Okay, I'm gonna go over by her bed until she gets up, and oh, it's time for her to get home, better go by the door. And he actually, there's by the front door, there's a long floor to ceiling window. Just a narrow one, right? That's like the perfect size for him. And whenever we get home, especially at night, we see our headlights. We see the 2 like reflections of the cat's eyes in the window, because he waits by the door for us to get home. And he always gets so excited when I get home, and he's like, oh, hi, let's have cuddles and loving, and he's just the cutest. And like, if we're chilling on the couch or something, like I'm on the computer and he's like sleeping or something, and I get up to go to the kitchen or the bathroom or something like that, he'll actually, even if he's sleeping, he'll wake up so he can come with me, and then he'll go and do the thing with me, and he won't come back. He won't go back to do something else, and then he follows me back, and then we go back to the couch, and then once I'm settled and doing stuff on my laptop, he'll go back to sleep. And it's so cute. Although lately he's been kind of mad at me, so he hasn't been doing that stuff as much lately, but I'm sure once he gets over it, he'll warm back up to me. Plus the family cat's been kind of missing my sister because she recently moved out, so he's been kind of hanging out with me, which makes Bear think that I'm like choosing Winnie over him. So no, Bear, you're always my number one. But oh well. My sister's probably gonna be taking the family cat with her, because kind of like how they were both originally the family cats, but Bear kind of like right away like got attached to me, and Winnie right away got attached to my sister. So it's kind of like Winnie's my sister's cat and Bear's my cat. And it's been like when I first saw Bear in like the shelter, we went to go look for a cat, and then I was just like, this kitty, and then like they took it out so we could pet him, and he just like, he crawled on my lap, and he was snuggling, he was super cuddly and everything else, and I'm like, I don't care what you say, we're taking him home, he's adorable, he's my baby now. And we've just been like inseparable ever since. And even I had to go to Vancouver for 3 months right out of high school, and that was the longest time I'd ever been apart from him since we got him. And apparently he was getting like, after the first couple days, and he noticed like I was actually like gone for a while, he was so mopey and so sad. And then after a few weeks, one time I was talking to my mom on the phone, and Bear happened to be in the room, and she's like, hold on, I'm gonna put the phone by Bear's ear. And apparently Bear had been, was all depressed. And then when you put the phone by the ear and I started talking to him, he perked right up and he got excited. He started purring and everything else. And I was like, oh, he missed me. And he got excited to hear from me. So, and from what Bombay cats, which is a cat breed that's like always a black cat, from what I've heard, that's the kind of personality they have. And I know Bear's a mutt. Like, he's a mix of, so far I've pinpointed Norwegian Forest Cat and Ragamuffin, but I think he might have a bit of Bombay in him too, because the personality and temperament of the Bombay is very much what Bear's like the kind of like the dog kind of behavior, like following you around and like getting really attached to their humans and stuff like that. So, but he's also a bit of a princess, which I think comes more from the Ouija. But yeah, he's a long hair cat too, so we kind of like have that. Plus he knows he's like the prettiest cat in the world, like frig, he's a beautiful cat. Anyways, don't judge a cat by their fur color, judge a cat by how freaking adorable they are. And more often than not, the cat will choose you. So if a black cat chooses you, then just welcome them and say, hi, thanks for choosing me out of all the humans and whatever. And because I promise you, once a cat chooses you, they're like friends for life. And they will love you to death. Because when it comes to cats, it's not just about the human choosing the cat has to choose the human too. And like, even if you have like a household family or whatever, and like, let's say Joe bought the cat, but then the cat like chooses Jane or something, or it's basically like one person buys the cat and then the cat gets super attached to another person in the household, because the cats will choose their humans, and it's really cute. Not to say like you can't get along with a cat that hasn't chosen you, because cats, if you know what to do, can be pretty chill. So if you don't know the first thing about cats, and learn that the first thing about cats, and I promise you can get along with them. Because once you know how to read their body behavior and how to interact with them, they're pretty cool and they're pretty chill. And a thing I'll teach you though is cats sometimes do this thing where they'll like look at you and go, or whatever. If you do that back to them, then they'll like, that's kind of like their way of saying like, hi, I love you, I trust you, you're my family member, or whatever. So if you do that back to them, or if you just see them and then you do that to them first, the sweetest thing is when you do that to them first and then they do it right back, and it's like, oh. So yeah, if you do that sort of thing, that's like a kind of like, oh, a mutual thing. And yeah, they're cuties. Also, don't touch the belly. They will show you the belly, but don't touch the belly. Because most of this, they show the belly to say, hey, this is my weak point, but I'm showing it off to you to show, hey, I trust you not to attack me. But don't touch the belly, pet the head. The belly's a bad place to touch for cats. They don't like it. So like, I'm showing it to you to say I trust you, but I don't want you to go touching it, because I'm still sensitive. So, thanks for watching, and be nice to kitties.